Welcome to the Daily Coach's Sports Leadership Lessons, a reading of some of our greatest hits from more than 6 years of email newsletters that have been read by tens of thousands of leaders and learners. If you want our latest newsletter delivered to your inbox every day, you can subscribe for free at thedaily.coach/subscribe or follow the link in the description. You're talented, but do you study the craft? In every arena, whether sports, business, or education, a familiar question always seems to resurface. What separates the good from the great? It's a timeless question, one that transcends technological advances and industry trends. At its heart, it isn't about skill sets or strategy, but about mindset, character, and the spirit of human potential. Renowned speaker and former athlete Inky spoke to a group of athletes, drawing on a powerful story about the late Hall of Famer Kobe Bryant and his evolution as a player under the great coach Phil Jackson. I was studying and watching Phil talk about Kobe and how talented and skillful he was, and then he said it turned him into a different player when he started to learn the nuances of the game. He studied it differently. The greatest players don't just manipulate the game with their talent, the greatest manipulate the game with their mind. Johnson expressed, "They are smart, they value what they do, they respect it, they show up, and they really try to get better." Those words hit deeper than just the realm of athletics. They speak to every boardroom, classroom, and team meeting. This distinction between talent and greatness is something every leader and high performer must wrestle with. Inky then posed a challenge to his audience, one that cuts straight into the heart of leadership and performance in any domain. You can't just rely on your talent, Johnson continued. There are people out here that really study the game. I know you're talented, gifted, and skilled, but will you respect it enough? Like, respect it. When you respect something, you bring a certain spirit, perspective, and mentality to it. In a world obsessed with shortcuts, where comfort is one tap away and cutting corners can still create a facade of success, the real question for those of us who lead, coach, and perform is this: will we still choose the path of mastery? Will we continue to study our craft, stay curious about our industry, and honor our role by consistently seeking to elevate, not just ourselves, but those we serve? Each of us has talent. Our organizations are likely filled with gifted individuals. But talent is merely the entry point. It's the mindset, character, and the daily pursuit of excellence, grounded in that deep respect, that becomes the differentiator. Respect for the craft, for the process, for the details. It's the leader who studies their industry like a student, the coach who refines the approach after every season, even after success and years in the role. The executive who sees the game plan and vision forward, not just through intuition, but through insight and knowing their people. As leaders, we're not just managing performance, we're modeling it. We're showing our teams what excellence looks like when nobody's watching. We're setting a tone, a rhythm, a standard. So the next time you feel tempted to coast on talent alone, ask yourself, do I respect this enough to study it, to outwork it, to get better not just for me, but for the people I have the privilege to lead and serve? Because that's the real difference and separator between good and great. Thanks for joining this episode of The Daily Coach. On behalf of Michael Lombardi, Coach George Raveling, and the entire Daily Coach team, we're grateful for your support. Remember, the most important person you will ever lead is yourself. Keep growing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep showing up.